Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Good Time at the Movies. I'm Wyatt. That's JP. And today we are talking about the surprise of the year for me, shockingly high up on my list of movies I've seen this year. A movie that I would have never seen if I wasn't forced into a secret flicks viewing of this. So I'm very glad it happened to me. We're going to talk about Sheep Detectives. I teed it up last week, said I love this movie. JP, you saw it today.
Yeah,
Did you enjoy it as much as I did?
I pleasantly surprised. That's the best way to describe this. Uh,
Yes.
I will say the first 10 minutes is kind of like, oh, it's a little too cutesy for me. Of Hugh Jackman like
Mhm.
narrating and the music and the little lambs jumping around. The second the sheep start talking, because you're kind of introduced to the humans and you're introduced to the sheep from Hugh Jackman's perspective.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, I guess this is like the web of the characters, sure, whatever. The second the sheep start talking, this film starts adding layers in every scene. It's really impressive how deep this whole sheep world goes. Uh, Very surprising. Yeah,
Yeah. I haven't stopped talking about this movie because it's rare that you see a movie that you can so easily recommend to literally every human being. There's so many movies I've
yeah,
seen this year specifically, where I've seen it, loved it, thought this is great, and then don't know who to recommend it to. Like, who am I supposed to
yes.
say, "Hey, go see the drama. You're gonna love it." I don't know how someone
Fair.
would take that.
Fair.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do it. So this movie is so great because I can like scream and be like, "Go see this!" It's a good movie
Hmm.
and it's a crowd pleaser. Like, I have friends who I know went to go see Michael and loved it, and I'm not gonna rain on their parade and tell them
Yeah.
my true thoughts.
Yeah.
But those same people will go see Sheep Detectives, and that's where we can talk. Like, that's where we can
Yeah.
overlap in the Venn diagram. So I had I again pleasantly surprised by this movie as well. All the parts of it worked. I ended up crying at the end. I'm like, these little
Okay.
sheep got me. Okay, don't do that. Come
I,
on. At the end, you
I've
know,
grown some tough skin. I will say, if we'll get into the emotions,
yeah,
absolutely, a very emotional ending. Oh my God.
yeah, it's unbelievable. I was
Yeah.
like, I watched with my brother, and he looked at me. He's like, "Dude, are you crying right now?" I think I am. I really think I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this movie is a movie that wasn't on my radar at all. I didn't know it existed until about 3 weeks ago. It
Hmm.
seems like they crammed all of their marketing into, like, the last week is when I actually started to see promotional material for it,
I
and
still
they're
have
gonna
seen nothing. I've
I've seen a
seen
few
nothing about
commercials.
this movie.
Yeah, and they're just
Yeah.
gonna rely heavily on word of mouth, which I think they're gonna get. Everything I've seen,
I don't know. I mean, we're competing with.
it's true. They're up against some juggernauts. You have Michael, you have Devil Wears Prada
We're getting
2.
a Star Wars movie in 2 weeks. Like in terms of like family
Yeah,
movie, this is the family movie of the year so far. Like
mhm.
Hoppers, I like Hoppers. This is way better than Hoppers. Uh, like we're gonna have to compete against Star Wars. You don't win against Star
Yeah,
Wars.
you don't win. You don't win that battle. But
So
I don't know, like, has this movie already won just based off what I'm seeing people talk about it? And now I'm
no.
not even talking financially.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
okay.
like how do we define this movie? So
How?
it had a decently high budget.
Yeah, 75 million because half the
Yeah,
main characters are CGI
yeah,
animals for the whole runtime.
which is well done. It's well done CGI.
It is, yes. You totally forget that they're CGI. It's because the lighting is good. All of their
Okay.
character designs are very well done. Like even in a wide shot, you're like, I know which sheep that is. That's hard to do. And all of them show their personality. Bryan Cranston's Sebastian Ram, he's like the highlight of the movie. He's so good. All the designs are very well done. And then, of course, the simulation of the wool and like the ears and all that stuff, also top notch. But the lighting is fantastic in this movie. I
Yeah.
think because they knew, hey, Like we have four main characters that are CG. We need to make sure the integration works. We need them to like be in the scene. And that answer is lighting and like atmospherics. They're outside the entire movie. This is a really hard thing to do.
Yeah.
And
And they had
I
that whole
think they did it.
sequence at night. They had a great sequence
Oh
at
my gosh.
night.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well done, and it's a movie, like, I don't know too much of the ins and outs of, like, again, how the CG is put together, but there is a world where a movie like this could have just been all animated in a way of, they chose to do the
Yes.
deep contrast of having actual live actors there and then
Yes.
have these
Yeah.
CG sheep, and that choice is the right one, and
They
it
chose
works perfectly.
I was about to say they chose the hardest way to do it, but there's three ways to do it. Fully animated, where the humans are kind of very much put on the back burner because oh,
Mhm.
it's a cute sheep animated movie, or you do it like the Babe movies, Babe Pig in the City, where you use real animal actors and then you CGI the mouths
The face
to
and
give
stuff.
like the blah 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 of the dialogue. But then you're having to rely on the performance of the animals. Like, are they in the frame correctly? Are they doing what we want them to do? And these sheep do some pretty demanding stuff, like emotionally. So I think they chose the right thing, fully CG animals, so that we can control where they are at all times. But then the actors are there as well, doing their job, like making
Yeah.
it feel real. I think they chose the very best path. I don't think it's the hardest. I think the Babe
Is it the
path is
most
the hardest.
expensive? The
No,
path they chose?
fully animated would have been more expensive.
Really?
Yeah, it would
Sad.
be
I don't know how that works.
because then you would have had to build models for all the human characters, had to rig them up, have to build entire scenes in the computer, just more simulations, more modeling, more
Hmm.
planning of that stuff. It would have been more expensive. Yes.
But
Yeah.
do they save a little bit on having, like, Nicholas Braun there? Even if he does the voice for that character, would he be
Uh,
cheaper? Or, like, Hugh Jackman,
he
would he be cheaper
might
if it's just the voice?
he might be cheaper because you would only need him in less days.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, in terms of scheduling your stars, it would be easier because like we only need you to come here for 3 days, say all your lines, and go back to LA. But them filming in the town, it's a real set. In the
Mm,
fields, I'm pretty sure for the most part, the fields are all real, and the mobile home and all that stuff. So that kind of saves money in certain departments.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think another thing that worked for me in this movie is the humor. It doesn't always land for me, but I was able to pinpoint that not all the humor was for me. I'm watching what is I'm not going to say a kids movie, but it's generated or it's made for a little younger audience than me. Like I'm
Yes.
not their intended audience. So some of
Yeah.
the humor I can see like, oh, they'll appreciate that. I'm going to roll my eyes a little bit at some of it. But there was also some humor that worked for me and I'm still laughing and
Yes.
had a good time with it. So like
I will.
the best type of the
Yes.
movies has
Yeah.
comedy for everybody.
Yeah. So this movie is first off written by Craig Mazin, the guy that did the Chernobyl series and Last of Us.
Last of Us.
So like this dude is legit. He's one of the top billed like HBO TV show writers right now. He wrote a movie about sheep solving their shepherd's murder.
It's
Love that.
crazy.
It's directed by a guy that worked in Illumination. He did like Despicable Me 3, he did the Minions movies. So like those powers combined, that sounds like a shit show. But then the product is fantastic.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly the script. The script is like rock solid. And then the director, this might be his like first live action movie. I need to look back at that. But did a good job. I think the script is the best part.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, if this is his first live action feature that he's directed, That's a huge undertaking. So I think the behind the scenes, those guys together is super interesting. But you have two very different identities. Illumination, fart jokes and slapstick. Craig Mazin, HBO drama. Very different.
Yeah.
And the fact that this is neither is super interesting. There's no poop jokes. There's no 6-7, none of that.
Still
It's
6-7.
there's no 6-7. Like it's not really like slapstick at all. One sheep gets his nose stuck in a fence. That's about it. Most of the jokes are
Yeah.
very British, witty, because it's a murder mystery. So, I think it's the maid. It's like, we're not talking about a book. We're talking about a real murder. There's no maids here. And she's like, I still think it's the maid.
Yeah.
Like those kinds of jokes. So I would not even call this like a kids movie. When I
Yeah.
say kids movie, that is Minions.
Yeah.
Um, I this is a family movie,
Family
like
movie.
Pixar, where it's like we don't want the parents to hate sitting in the room,
And we did not.
and we did
The
not.
adults
Yeah,
had a great time.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the cast is loaded. It's just a miracle this movie exists with all the things you just said.
It,
Like, it's a
it,
weird that it exists.
it, nothing about this movie makes sense.
Yeah.
Like it's expensive. It's I think it's based on a book, but it's like original for Hollywood. It's distributed by MGM Amazon. Like, what wavelength?
Yeah.
How lucky are we that this movie is in theaters? They would have
Yeah.
dropped this on Amazon Prime
Great point.
and no one would have known it existed.
Mhm.
I'm still baffled how little advertising they're doing because they've put themselves in a hole putting it in theaters.
Yeah.
They could like accounting wise write it off by just dropping it as a Prime original.
Yeah.
But now it's like, oh well, the 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 trades are going to be like tracking its box office success. I'm still surprised Amazon is committing to theatrical releases. Hail Mary, like of course Project Hail Mary. But
Yeah.
this is not a Project Hail Mary. This is not a see it in IMAX, like
Yeah.
shot by Greg Fraser. It's not that at all. So
Yeah.
it's so surprising that it is what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I keep telling everyone, like, was blown away by this because it's a hard sell for someone like there's at even our
yes.
age, like, for my friends, like, "What do you mean
Oh,
sheep detectives? Like, what?" You know,
yes, yeah,
Hugh Jackman another weird thing about this movie, they have Hugh Jackman, he's on screen for 5 minutes.
yeah.
Spoilers, sorry. He's the guy
Well,
who dies, and it's
he's
the
the victim.
whodunit,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
he's the
yeah,
victim, like, we're
yeah.
trying to figure it out, and that's why, like, honestly, when it first happened, because I watched nothing to prepare myself for this movie. When he first died, I was like, okay, you don't get Hugh Jackman in your movie for 5 minutes. He's
Yeah.
probably like faking his death. He's gonna come back in some like ghost form, whatever. And like, no, they're like the rest of our cast is strong. We'll lean on them a little bit. And
Well,
let's talk about
there are flashbacks. There are
yes,
flashbacks.
you're
Yeah,
right. He is in it more than just those first opening shots or first opening scenes.
yeah.
Um, the rest of the cast is pretty fantastic. The only gripe I have Nicholas Braun's accent, I don't know if it's supposed to
Who's?
be he is, the police officer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is he the guy from Succession? Or
Yes.
oh, that is him. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
He's from
Yeah,
Succession. His accent almost was, like, so off-putting that it became part of the humor, I think, because like, he's
yeah.
a very American actor doing a pretty shitty accent, I would say, but I wonder if that's, like, kind of intentional with just his character.
I mean, how many of these actors were British? Like, if you look at all of Hollywood right now, every actor is British or Irish. Like, all of them are. Half the Beatles are Irish, and that doesn't make any sense. Or I think 3 out of the 4 of them are Irish. It's really weird that like the actors playing
Yeah.
them. And then you have this movie that I'm pretty sure takes place in the UK, and I I think the only British actor I recognized was the Lord of Whispers from Game of Thrones, and he's the butcher.
Oh, Nicholas Galitzine, the guy who is the journalist, the reporter. I believe he is British.
Okay, And then you have Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. He voices the two
Mhm.
Rams that butt each other. And I was like,
He's
you know
great.
what? That's a good like he should do voice roles because he has a recognizable voice and he's a good enough actor that he can express it. He should do more voice work.
Yeah,
Like
he was the
Aquafina, her voice is unique, but she's not good at acting. So like her voice acting resume is really frustrating that she keeps getting hired because she's not expressive. She's very
mhm,
monotone. But Roy Kent, that actor, he
yeah.
can do different expressions.
Yeah, he was the first one I recognized where I was like, "I know that voice, and that's perfect." It's Brett
Yes.
Goldstein, I believe, is the
Yes.
name.
And then
He's a great writer too, by the way. He's done a
he
lot
is
of writing on, like, Shrinking and I think a
yeah,
little of Ted Lasso.
yeah. And then Sebastian Stan, not Sebastian Stan, Sebastian the Goat, is
Yeah.
played by Bryan Cranston. I gotta pull up the cast. Um, Bryan Cranston. Yes, Bryan Cranston. This is his movie. First off, Julia Louis Dreyfus, right?
Yep.
Did not know that was her.
Me
Also,
either.
Patrick Stewart is in this barely. Didn't recognize him either. I was sitting there. It's like, is that Ian McKellen? No, it's Patrick Stewart. Um, as one of the Rams, the old Ram. That's always like murderer.
Yeah.
Very thespian. Very good.
It's
See,
good.
I was expecting more of that.
Yeah.
Back to my point. Very few of these actors are British. You have you have Hugh
Jack,
Jackman, who's
yeah.
Australian. You have Rhys Darby, who's New Zealand. You have Chris O'Dowd as the sheep that is unable to forget, which is a very interesting subplot.
Yeah.
He's Irish, so it's like, oh, that makes sense. But most of these actors are not from the UK.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, but
Interesting.
yeah,
Let's talk about kind of the heart of this movie, the emotional like story it puts us through. It does a really good job of just laying out these
yeah,
themes of grief and like the importance of remembering. I think
hmm
that's like my biggest takeaway from it. If you have these sheep who, again, I think there were a lot of like sheep stereotypes that they were attacking in this
yes, they were, yeah,
movie.
yeah,
A few of them, like I didn't even like realize. Like I didn't know the whole winter lamb thing was is like that's a thing about lambs.
yeah. Well, that might not even be stereotyping. That might just be like a shepherd thing where it's like this guy is not going to make it. He was born like too cold, too early, that kind of thing. That's why. I know a lot of different farm stuff, like animal husbandry, whatever you call it. When animals are like born in the winter, it's like
Yeah.
shit. This is going to be hard to keep this thing alive. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what it is. Yeah,
And so, like, that's a really good example of how they just weave the story.
yeah,
It's really good. It's really, really well done. Like you said, the screenplay, the script is the best part of this movie. It's
yeah,
like airtight where once you have that, it's almost like how does this movie not succeed? And then they
yes,
add a lot of elements on top of it that elevate it a little bit.
yeah.
Um, it's very Knives Out. Is like there's almost
I would say so. It's
there's one moment wasn't sure if they were winking and nodding at Knives Out. I
mhm.
forget what character it was. Had like a big wool, like a pretty noticeable like wool sweater, similar to
Oh,
the
the
one.
other shepherd, yeah, has like that, um, kind of like Aran Island, sea knitting pattern on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just reminded me in Knives Out when Chris Evans had that. What was he wearing?
That's what like cable knit
Yeah,
sweater, I think is what
it's a
it's called.
very similar vibe. I wasn't
Yeah,
sure if they were like doing a Knives Out thing of like just kind of winking and nodding of like, remember you guys made a big deal about Chris Evans wearing that. Here's another one.
maybe,
Uh,
but also he's just a British shepherd. Of course, he's gonna have sweaters
yeah.
like that. Like,
Yeah, it fits him more. It stands out more with Chris Evans' character.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I mean, this towards the end, it got me. We'll get into spoilers a little bit. Like you have this winter lamb that just wants to be a part of this flock so badly and wants to be a
mhm,
part of the investigation, wants to help out. And at the end, they finally adopt this winter lamb into their flock, and it was beautiful. And they gave it was it Ellie? Is that the name? Was it?
the lamb's name or Lily?
Lily was
The
what was
main
the lamb's
the
name?
main sheep, her name is Lily.
Lily.
Yes.
And they give the winter lamb a name, and it
I'm not
was
gonna spoil the name. No, we're not gonna spoil the name.
we're not gonna
No.
spoil it.
You gotta go see it.
If they're watching this far, they probably already saw it. But
It's the last
anyways,
scene of the movie. It's the last scene of the
you're
movie.
right. You're
Yeah.
right. And then
Um,
yeah,
yes, yeah.
beautiful.
Okay, so um yeah, that ram from the circus, um, that that scene got me, where he's on the cliff telling Lily about his
Yeah.
past and how their shepherd George like saved his life, and so he uh feels it's his like justice to remember him. And yeah, so this whole thing, I keep wanting to say, Orwellian, Animal Farm,
Mhm.
maybe because there's an adaptation of Animal Farm that's in theaters right now, not doing well at all.
The person I sat next to
Yeah.
thought it was Animal Farm when they first saw because we didn't know what movie we were watching.
Really?
They were like
Oh, okay,
they were
okay,
like, "Is this Animal Farm?" I was like I looked it up. I was like, "I'm pretty sure it's not Animal Farm," but
right.
sorry.
So, but I think this version might have more to say about human nature than the Andy Serkis Angel Studios Animal Farm. But I haven't
Wow.
seen it, so I'm not gonna like kick that dead horse because it's a dead horse. It made zero money. But this movie, the sheep collectively as a flock can decide to forget someone exists. That is terrifying. And I think there's like two, webs of society in this movie. The flock and the townspeople. And the townspeople in the murder mystery I thought were cute, interesting, but like compared to the sheep, that nothing. Like even the murder mystery was kind of put in the back burner in my
Mhm.
head compared to how this flock operates and what like they were trying to tackle with that. Super interesting herd mentality kind of thing. They exist in one little field and they have like one voice as an outsider, and that is Bryan Cranston's Sebastian. And so you get the different interactions of the whole flock. Lily being, the smartest sheep in the world, the smartest, uh, yeah, the smartest sheep in the world, even though she hasn't seen the world. And you get Chris O'Dowd's sheep. His name is like Flop or something like that. Mob, who is unable to forget. The flock can collectively decide to forget things that are too hard on them. He's unable to, so he has to stand there and remember everything that everyone else chooses to forget. Again, terrifying.
Yeah.
And then you get Sebastian. So these like are our three main sheep, and their dialogue with each other is in like actually incredible. There's like one long conversation they have where they leave the field and they find the church and they're like, "What's this big building?" And Sebastian's like, "Oh, it's a church." They call it a church. It's
Yeah.
a house where this guy named God lives. And they're like, "Who's God?" He's like, "Well, he's like a shepherd, but apparently he's not a very good one because he's also a lamb and he's made of bread and they eat him every
Yep.
week. He's also invisible." It's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it's some of the dialogue is really good and it's mostly from Sebastian's character.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
No,
he's the worldly perspective. This is I love genre movies. This is very much a genre movie.
mhm.
Because every genre has a different kind of character that has all the information, and there's like people that know things and there are people that have power. And this movie plays those two ways very interestingly. Because even with the humans, the cop has all the power. He's the dumbest person in the movie. Like, that's funny. But the sheep is like, okay, who actually knows things? Because Sebastian has left the field. He's seen the world. But Lily is the smart one because she figures out the murder mysteries every time. And then there's Wob or Chris O'Dowd's character sheep who cannot forget. So he
Yeah.
actually knows the things that she has chosen to forget. Like that interaction is probably the coolest character web I've seen
Mhm.
this year.
It's so
Like
good, and
it's
they have
so
that
good.
conversation because she realizes, like, "Oh, how many people have I seen die,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Like, or like I've seen people die before, and he just confirms, like, yeah. And just
Yeah.
you hold on this moment of
Yeah.
this CGI sheep,
Yeah.
like, acknowledging to a friend, like, "I've been through some shit, and I just
Yeah.
carry it myself." Like, it's very
Alone
s yeah.
because you guys choose to leave me behind. Like that, yikes. Yeah.
Like, it's great, and, like, just that concept of having this species that is able to just forget on a dime, collectively decide,
Mhm.
is something you can only pull off in a movie like this. Like, it's
Yes.
too wacky and zany
Well,
if you have, like, real humans have this ability, and it fits in the
yeah.
stereotype of sheep being kind of looked down upon as just, like, silly, stupid animals.
Yeah.
So
But
and you
that's
almost
that's
it's a
why
choice.
that's why like kids movies have the potential to do things other movies cannot do.
Yeah.
Like I fully believe every if you want your kids movie to be like good, worth seeing, you have to talk about death. You have to talk about growing up and leaving this world that you feel is safe. This is very much kind of like hero's journey, whatever yada yada,
Him
stuff.
crossing the street is incredible.
Crossing the road,
So
coming back to your, you know, birthplace, coming back to your home, a different person, but no one else at home has changed. So now you see the society that you grew up in and you realize it's wrong. Like all that stuff is implemented so well in this movie. And you have to talk about society growing up, outside world, like outsiders, people that are not you, and how you treat them and how you realize that's wrong, and death. Every good kids movie should have a death scene. Like it should, because how else are kids going to learn what that is? I
no.
think this movie has several very good scenes surrounding that.
Yeah.
Very well
And
done.
yeah, it's so good, and I do think that those themes are like, yes, they're important for kids to learn. They're also so important for so many adults to like process. Like just the idea of like
Yeah,
the importance, I said it before, the importance of remembering someone and like that's how they
yes,
live
yeah,
on. That's
yeah,
their legacy. That your memory of them is them still existing here.
mhm,
And if you just choose to forget, they cease to exist.
yeah,
And like how important grief is in that way because that's just you remembering someone who was you've lost and like in a cheap detective movie it's so good.
well, yeah,
It's
so
yeah.
lesser movies talk about all these themes, but there's like, talking the talk and there's walking the walk. And this movie walks so confidently, it works perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic film. Again, if you've watched this far and have not seen it, please go see it. JP, there's a few things I want to talk to you about just real quick clean up
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
um One thing we have not talked about on this show yet, Odyssey trailer that came out
Oh, okay.
a couple days ago. I would
I, le-
love to get your
I
opinion on
legit
this.
was going to bring this up in case you didn't
Okay.
bring it up. Okay.
Okay.
Um, I did not watch the trailer. I've seen clips.
Okay.
Well, because it's like when I'm in the mindset of I know I'm going to see it already, I'm not going to watch the trailer. My dad was watching the Mandalorian and Grogu final trailer. That's like the desperate trailer where they
Mhm.
give you the ending of the movie in the trailer. I hate final trailers with a passion. He's watching it, and I was like, Dad, are you seeing Mandalorian? He's like, Yeah. I'm like, then why are you watching this? Like, that's the whole movie right there. Stop watching. Um, but that's different. Uh, Real Odyssey trailer. I saw the sneak preview before Avatar 3 in IMAX. So I know what this movie's going to be. It's his version of Dune, like it is. It's not going to be ancient Greece. I think the only real criticism we can have right now, because the movie's not even out yet,
Mhm.
is okay, if you're not going to be 100% period accurate, not historical accurate, period, you know, ancient Greek, Macedonian era or whatever, if you're not going to be accurate to that era, you have to fully commit to something else. He's half-assing the era. Like the armor's wrong. The accents aren't British, which I think is so funny that people are complaining, but I fully understand what they're saying. Um, like the vernacular and
Mhm.
the thematics of it. Like if your performance as Odysseus or whoever his son is, or Telemachus, or I don't know, if your performance isn't I'm on a stage, projecting, like even the 2004 Troy movie, they're not speaking British. They're not in British accents, but it's like thespian.
Yeah.
The dialogue is very specific to this big operatic drama. It's also kind of melodramatic, but so the fact that the dialogue is, they don't say father, they say dad. I I understand that disconnect, but to start throwing shit on Twitter over it is dumb.
Yeah.
Um, but again, I do understand the whole, hey, if you're not going to commit to the ancient Greek era, you have to go full sci-fi then. If you're pretending to do Dune, and he is, you got to go full sci-fi. None of this half-ass
Mhm.
shit. But again, it's also the most fantastical Christopher Nolan's ever been because the Cyclops is real, there are giants,
Mhm.
and I think the gods are in the movie. So this is as fantastical as Christopher Nolan has ever been. Pretty sure. I haven't watched Following.
Me either.
Prestige gets a little wonky with the clones, but that's still
Yeah.
sci-fi. That's still his lane.
Yeah.
This is outside of his lane. So those are like fine complaints. I understand what they're saying. The stuff that drives me up the fucking wall right now, two different things. First off, the costumes aren't accurate and the descriptions of the characters are not book accurate. The people online, especially on Instagram, I'm sure Twitter as well and TikTok, they're like, this isn't the Odyssey. This is the Odyssey. And they show AI footage. Are you fucking kidding me? They,
I,
type up on their little computers, like, AI, what does the Odyssey look like? And then they post it for, I know it's rage bait and I know I'm falling for it, but it's not art. It's bullshit. Now, is the Odyssey art? That's a conversation. This whole AI video is like, this is the real Odyssey. No, it is not. In no way is it. And I swear, I see more people happy about AI video when it is with the Odyssey than anything else. If it's, you know, security cam footage of Epstein, or if it's football betting or any other movie, people are like, get that AI shit out of here. The second it's about the Odyssey, people eat it up. I hate that so much. Okay, then there's the that
yes. Argument
I've
one that you
I've
hate.
heard no one bitch about that. Why am I alone in this? I've heard
I
no one
honestly
bitch about that.
haven't seen too much of that.
I see it everywhere.
Yeah, send it to me next time you see
I
it.
see it everywhere. Whew.
Take a breath.
I'm like
Take a breath.
actually very upset that that's a big thing online right now. I think that the Snyder cult, the Zack Snyder
Uh-huh.
uh boy like
They
they
hate Nolan. Are they out to get Nolan?
no, they like Nolan and now they hate him.
Hmm.
One, because Christopher Nolan has now won an Academy Award, so he's legit. He's not underground anymore. He's legit. So, you hate the king of the castle. I'm kind of on that train as well. I think he's a little too popular, but these guys are professional shit throwers, and they are going all at it when it comes to Superman and now Christopher Nolan. And it's like, guys, this is so exhausting. Anyways, the real shit throwing is with the Elliot Page casting and
Are people upset about it?
Lupita Nyong'o, I think.
Oh yeah, because
Yes,
she's um.
because she's black and she's trans. He's trans. God damn, sorry, but that's why. That's the only reason why. They
Or I
didn't
meant like
know.
what characters are they?
The rumor is, I think it might be confirmed that Lupita Nyong'o is playing Hera, who, in the story of the Odyssey, is the most beautiful woman in the world. A face so
Fair.
beautiful it launched 10,000 ships. That whole thing. So when you cast a black woman in that role, people are going to get mad, and that's stupid. It is stupid. So it's like, fine. That's the dumbest molehill you're going to make into a mountain online. Fine. Elliot Page. Yes. He doesn't have a role yet. He's in the movie. They filmed him in the movie. His role is not public yet. But the second they saw the headline, Elliot Page cast in the Odyssey, some jackass was like, "Oh, he's playing Achilles," and now we're having a complete shitstorm about a trans man playing Achilles, the invincible Greek hero. He's not playing Achilles. He's not. Someone made it up, and now it's a whole thing. So those two dramas are complete bullshit. Meanwhile, the actual movie might have some real flaws to it. Like the
Yeah.
online sentiment of this movie is nosediving right now. I think some of it's fake, but I think there's some genuine concerns.
Yeah.
I, yeah,
How
and the tickets got scalped, and so like the whole IMAX experience is already ruined, and that might be the only good way to watch the movie because that's all Christopher Nolan cares about. It God, there's no like calm way to even talk about this movie right now. And that's the dumbest thing ever because it's a
yeah.
movie. Come on.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's I do think it has reached the point where the Odyssey has become an event almost more than a movie in
Yes.
terms
Oh,
of
yeah.
now
Yeah.
everyone here's what I hate about a movie like this is, and I again, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited for the Odyssey. I love Christopher Nolan. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
am I number one I, in line at IMAX? No, like that's just not me. Like, I know
Okay.
some people are like dying to go see this. I'm not like the number one Nolan head in the world. I do love his movies. I don't think he's really made a bad movie. What I hate about a movie like this is almost to like a 99.9% accuracy. I feel like I know what people are gonna think about the movie, regardless of what's on screen.
When they walk in. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just know people, and because of the discourse around it, all your points are so fair.
Hmm.
But now it's almost like you're already defending a movie you haven't seen, and they're attacking a movie they haven't seen. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
creating this discourse where some people are forced to defend it, some people are just attacking it willy nilly for no reason,
Hmm.
and so now you've already picked your side. Where
Yeah.
rather than, hey, I'm
Yeah.
going to go to this movie, see what happens, and then give my thoughts on it. Now, some people, I'm not saying you, I'm just kind of broadly saying you. Like, people are going to go into the movie
Yeah.
finding things to hate, or people are going to go into the movie, all right, how do I defend this, and this? This is what's great. Like,
Yes.
I don't think that's how
Yeah.
a movie should be enjoyed and
No.
interacted
No.
with. And so
No.
that's what bothers me about movies like this, where like I can
Yeah.
always tell what someone's opinion is before they even see it. Like I
Yeah.
know some people, you're gonna come out and be like, "This is the greatest thing to
Yeah.
ever be made." Like some people are gonna do that,
And
and
it's
some
always
people are,
extreme. Yeah.
yeah,
It's
and
always
some people are gonna say
escalating
like, "This
from,
is the
yeah.
worst thing of all time. It's done
Yeah.
the Odyssey like so wrong." Like it's
Yeah.
just that stuff annoys me about a movie at this scale.
Yeah. And I will also say, yes, that is the consequence of turning a movie into an event, which
Mhm.
is two things. That's what the MCU became, where every movie, the marketing and
Yep.
the budgets and all of that stuff made every MCU movie an event. And now it's like, okay, Spider-Man 5 is coming out. If Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire aren't in it, people are gonna be mad
Yeah.
because it'll be smaller than the last one. And I also find it interesting that like Barbenheimer, it was one event but two movies. So that whole shit throwing didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Again, that we will never get that again. The Barbenheimer, that will never happen
It's insane.
again. This
Yeah.
whole Doomsday thing is still the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
I can't
Yeah.
believe they haven't moved. I really can't.
And they
Um,
won't. So CinemaCon just happened a couple weeks ago. That
mhm.
would have been the time that they announced to move because
And
Jumanji
yes.
3 moved to Christmas, which
Narnia
means
moved.
Narnia moved to February
Yeah.
because now it has a real release.
Yeah,
It
which is
has a real
awesome for
wide
that.
release.
Excited for that.
Yes.
But now it's like IMAX screens have opened up. If Doomsday wants to move forward and still get some IMAX,
Narnia
but
Narnia was going to
Narnia
be November.
November, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is I think Laura, sorry, let me collect my thoughts here.
Okay.
If
November's
they
a
would have
full
moved up,
schedule though. November's a full schedule. The only open weekend
still,
now. Oh yeah. There's um there's a new Disney movie coming out. There's other
but
stuff. I'm
I
like
guess my
blanking
question
on
would
it,
be,
but
are IMAX screens open now
no,
that Narnia? Because wasn't
no,
Narnia supposed to be like all IMAX?
for a weekend.
Only one weekend? Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
it
So
was
my
it was
thought
a budget
process
deal.
was, well,
Yeah.
because now Disney is doing their little Infinity Vision thing, which we don't
Which
even have to talk about, but
I think that so again, CinemaCon, apparently the theater reps at CinemaCon were laughing at that. They like need to know what it is so that they can market it to
Mhm.
audiences, but they think it's a joke.
Yeah.
Um yeah, but Jumanji moved to Christmas, which means Werewolf has competition, son of a bitch. But like that weekend before
Yeah.
December 18th is now open.
But
I I think
the ego's too big. They won't do it. No
that
one will do it.
100% an ego thing. There's no
Yeah.
way someone in marketing was like, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
There's been like variety articles written about how not a good idea it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to go back to like my previous point, like
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
very I'm guilty of this as well. At least I was for a while. Um like with Marvel when it obviously took a turn after Endgame and just became, like you said, they tried to make an event out of every single movie where some movies
Yeah.
just need to exist.
Yeah.
But then I would get to a point where like, no, there's some good in here. And if there was any good, like I would cling to that because it felt like if I reviewed it as a whole
Yeah.
and like admitted some of the flaws, I'm letting the people that already hated it, regardless whether they saw it and probably didn't even see it, I
Yeah.
let them win if I review it negatively.
And
And that's a win.
that's why I like Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts was a breath of fresh air. It might not be good again on rewatch. I had no idea.
Yeah. And
Um
well, the
yeah.
thing I just stopped talking about it, which is frustrating. Like because
Yeah.
it doesn't make it so I'm like Daredevil season 2, Born Again is pretty good.
Oh,
Like
I have a whole different soapbox on that.
okay.
Um
We don't
but
have to do that. We can do that a different time. But like I
yeah.
enjoyed myself, but I haven't talked about it to anyone because as soon as I bring it up to anyone, they'll be like,
Mhm.
Marvel slop, that's terrible. I can't believe you watched that.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't see it. So like I'm just gonna
Yeah.
shut up about it.
Yeah.
But like that's where we're at with some of these movies where like
Yeah.
it's just easier sometimes to just shut up and not bring it up to people because you have to deal with like the worst of the worst,
Yeah.
which is annoying because movies rock and we want to talk about movies.
And I'm sure anyone that saw the Michael movie is going through that right now. 100%.
Mhm.
Um I didn't go see it because I just don't want to jump into that. Um
Fair.
yeah. And I will say the Odyssey, I saw that sneak preview. I'm pretty sure I've seen an uncut like 5 minute or
It's
like 10 minutes of the actual movie, and it was awesome. Those people that are doing the AI re-edits of the trailer, they haven't
damn.
seen shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, I think I will have to become a Nolan defender, and I'm really not. I will say though, I did see Interstellar for the 10-year anniversary re-release in IMAX. That movie is good, only in IMAX. That's why I'm so scared come June or
Mm.
July.
Yeah.
If I see it in AMC, same with Dune 3. If I see Dune 3 in an AMC, maybe I'll like go to a Dolby theater or something. But like it's not gonna be the same, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Rewatching Dune on Netflix, the aspect ratio doesn't adjust. It's not the IMAX ratio. Watching Sinners on HBO Max, it adjusts. Thank God. Dune doesn't. Nolan doesn't. It's very. I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of people are. They're
Yeah.
just very intrigued on what's gonna it's an ambitious move by him. I have two more quick headlines I want to talk about. One is a
Okay.
personal one. We'll run through it quick. I texted you about it. Did you watch The Dirties? Have you seen it? I couldn't tell by your
No,
responses.
I might see it soon because it's
Okay.
on YouTube, right? Yeah.
It's on YouTube. So I spent 20 minutes trying to find this on any streaming service. About to give up, I Googled how to watch The Dirties on
Mm,
YouTube, and the first
yeah.
link was just The Dirties, the movie. Like you could watch the whole thing.
Sometimes it's surprising how much is actually on YouTube.
Yeah.
Some like underground stuff, but it's
Yeah.
surprising.
So I talked about this last week, how Matt Johnson is like the director I'm like keeping an eye on. Like, this might be my guy.
Yeah.
I'm almost confident to say he might be he's my guy.
Is that his
This
like feature debut or is it
Yes.
what?
It
It
is his
is.
feature debut.
Okay.
He stars in it. It is I want you to go into it blind. Do you know anything about it?
No,
Oh, JP, I
we'll do
really
that.
think
Okay.
you're gonna eat this up. Like,
Okay.
really, it is one of the most interesting pieces of media I've seen, like, in a long, long time. Like, I was
Okay.
very blown away by and to be fair, I also don't watch a lot of movies at that scale. Like, this is a feature debut. He made for
Oh,
literally 0 money.
yeah.
Like, he
Yeah.
like, there was no money he fit like and that's kind of his style. It's like it's a documentary film style type production. I just think his eye for storytelling is it's unlike anything I've ever seen. And I love movies
Okay.
where I can say I've never seen this before. I've never
Yeah.
seen what I saw when I watched The Dirties before. And
Okay.
it just really has blown my mind. So, highly recommend that. I really want to talk about it with you, not even for the purpose of this show, just because I want another person
Yeah.
to like bounce ideas off about
Yeah,
this. So,
sure.
and it's like 70 minutes. So I think it's worth your
Oh,
time
nice.
to anyone listening as well.
Yeah.
And then this will just be a preview, quick preview for maybe next week. Backrooms is coming out.
And
Do
like
you have?
it's coming
Is
out
it
the
like
40th.
2 weeks? Oh,
Star
it's
Wars comes out first. Star Wars
Star
comes
Wars
out.
comes out. So we're gonna talk Star Wars first. But all right, fine. Just real quick, Backrooms. Are you excited?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm excited.
I I'm
I will
starting to
say
read some lore, so I'm like
hot
kind of getting excited.
hot take. There's no way that kid directed that movie. He's what, 21 years old. He's a
Yeah.
YouTuber. Not to use that as like a derogatory um stamp,
Mhm.
title. He's he's done YouTube videos. He's like a VFX artist. He's very good at
Mm.
VFX. I don't think he's worked with actors before. I haven't
No.
done my homework, but like I don't think he's really worked with actors before. This is a feature length movie. He's never done that before. A24 pretends to be indie. They're not. They're very much a real studio now. They're making an Elden Ring movie. Like I don't know how much the budget for Backrooms is. It might be low, but
Still.
even I would not risk $5 million on a kid that has never done actual narrative live action stuff. No way he actually directed this. Maybe he wrote
Yeah.
it. Maybe
I bet he
he
was a huge like advisor. Like he knows the world, and
yes,
he wrote it. Like
and it's definitely his aesthetic. Like he might be the VFX supervisor on it. Like 100%. His fingers are in the pie. Yes. But to call him a director? No way. No. You need a veteran to secretly be on set to talk to the
mm,
actors and the crew to make sure everything runs smoothly. There's no way the kid was in
yeah.
charge.
And if by some weird predicament he was, congratulations to him. Good for you. But
If
also, like, it works
yeah,
out for A24 to market it as like, hey, a 21-year-old directed this. Like, that's
100%,
another marketing
100%.
tool
Yes.
because that has people intrigued.
If he actually directed that movie, the American dream is real. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
that unlikely.
Yeah.
Like we got a new Rocky Balboa on our hands kind of thing. Come
Yeah,
on.
the guy in Discord cooking up some VFX. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great. All right. I will do my best to see Star Wars whenever it comes out. So whenever I have a
Yes.
chance to see it. So
I mean, I'm seeing it with my dad.
okay.
There's I don't have high hopes, but a Star Wars movie in theaters.
You
Yeah.
got to.
Like
You got to.
yeah.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Thanks
All right.
for listening, everyone. Thanks, everyone, for all the support. Subscribe because this is a new channel. Like the video. Let us know what other movies you want to see, and we'll see you next time.